Okay, all set to go. Andy Ibanez getting ready to hit. Fought off foul.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
And he couldn't hold back. He's hung up on strikes. Late with the swing there. And that drops in for a strike. Inside. Ball one. And that one hammered. And that is a foul ball. The 1-2. Inside, just missed. Out towards right center field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And into second with one away. That's a double.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Pete Alonso in the box now. Takes strike one. And ball one. Right through there for a strike. That one missed.
That's the ball.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Man at second. Just starting out here in Arlington. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's 3-2. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. There's a swing and a drive. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Missed inside with the curve. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's got a chance. And it is gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. That clips the corner. In there at the knees. That's strike two.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking.
That one ripped left field. Carrying well. See you later. They've hit another. Otto Lopez up next for the A's. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here comes the 0-1. comes up empty. That's strike two.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
On the ground, Young. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Ellie De La Cruz stepping in for the Rangers.
Ball inside.
The 1-0. And that one is lifted in the air. Takes it in for the out. Way back there. Adios. Peralta. He shoots one out to right. One down. Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. In the air out towards right center. Smith gets under it. And there are two outs.
Oh.
Late on that fastball.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Line drive, base hit, right center field. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
That's the ball. That's the ball.
That one is absolutely belted, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Headed for the plate. Across is the runner from first. They're on the board, 4-1. So a runner at second, 2 down. Here's Josh Young. Full extension, makes the catch. Back at Globe Life Field, digging in, Brandon Lockridge. Climb the ladder with that fastball, 0-1. That one to first. Can't glove it cleanly. The flip. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. That clips the zone. That's strike one.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Sets him down for the game. That K is his third of the game. 2 down, bases empty. Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. This one in the air, center field. Carter on his way over, and that is that. Back in Arlington, now the catcher for the Rangers, Kyle Higashioka. And Luis Severino continues. Center field, Lockridge moving under this one. 1 down. And first offering is fouled off. Out towards right center field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Here's Jock Peterson.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one.
Whoa.
To the right side, Ibanez. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. On to the third inning. Now the A's designated hitter, Pete Alonso. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. You know, these A's showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've played it 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
That one misses. Ball 3.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs, and hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
Out to short. Off balance speed. There's one. To first. Double play. Nicely done. Bases empty after the double play. Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. That's in there. Strike one.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
That misses. Ball 2. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. This one belted. Deep left field. On its way. Gone. They go back to back. His second homer of the night. Lopez stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. That catches the outside corner. And it's 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Base knock center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
That one fouled off. That misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2-2 now. On the ground to short. Throws to first. And that's the 3rd out. As we go to the last of the 3rd. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Elly De La Cruz. Just missed. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Ball 2.
Left field. Takes it in for the out. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Safe at second.
He was all over that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Langford, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Oh, that's inside.
Man at second. Just missed.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position and a hitter's count.
The 3-1 is on the way. And that one fouled off. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Smith takes it in for the out. 2 away. And first offering is fouled off. Man on second, 2 down.
Oh.
That one fouled hard the other way. Here's a 1-2. Blows the high heat past him. Back at Globe Life Field. Stepping in, Brandon Lockridge. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Strike on the inside corner.
It doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches.
Oh,
0-2
inside.
count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Line drive, base hit right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
Right,
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Everything came together for him.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Michel Otañez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Just off the inside edge.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 2-1. That one ripped, but foul.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tiny on the fastball.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5. Here's Pete Alonso. 1 for 2. Sliced hard, but foul. First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Swing and a miss, to him out. Oh, 1 now. Higashioka tries to block it, but it gets away. Nothing happening on the bases, though. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. That is strike 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Liner, and this could be trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. One run across, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they're pulling away up by 7 now. Nice grab to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Back in Arlington, ready to go, bottom 4. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. And down on strikes he goes. One gone here. On the ground to third. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Up next for the Rangers, Kyle Higashioka. That's to third. Suarez throws to first in time, and that is that. Ready now for the 5th inning. Leading off, Otto Lopez. And he'll step off and take the signs again. That smash towards center. And there's one down.
Nope. Oh, one.
The Athletics up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. There's the strike.
Whoa.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
And James Kingsley says he won a round. The 0-1 popped foul out of play off to the right.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Rips that one to right. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup at the plate. Andy Ibanez. What a stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter. Flied to right his first time.
Well, these Rangers, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Peterson just got a piece of it. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That's towards center. Lockridge should have this one 2 away now. Ellie De La Cruz stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. That is the inning. Back at Globe Life Field, all set for the top of the 6th. Brent Rooker now at the plate.
You know,
No.
these Athletics, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
Hot shot to third. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. He was late there, strike 1.
And 8 extra base hits is a big number, and it's pretty clear the offense is just feeding off each other at this point. Confidence is contagious.
Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Ripped, but it curls foul. Hard hit, but right at him and left. Now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Nimmo quickly gets it back in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
That's a ball.
Left field, way back there. And it bangs off the wall. 1 run is in. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Good pitch.
Jose Corniel into the game.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that 1 out your team needs from you.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights it off. You'll see another. 2 on, 2 outs. Well struck left field. 1 run across, and it's off the wall. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. A 2-run double. Next up for the A's, Cam Smith. Out to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. 1 for 3.
For the A's, center fielder Brandon Lockwood.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that'll do it. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, Dan. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. This one in the air center field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the 1st out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Berger batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Ground ball right side. Here's the tag, and he's out. That's the inning.